Want help to grow your business? Download BRiN, the world's first business advisor in your pocket. To find out more, visit BRiN.ai or search the App Store today.
Hi, my name is Pip McKay and welcome to NLP for Business, where we look at the communication tools and mindset for business success and personal well-being. And today we've got a fabulous topic. It's how to enjoy doing what you don't want to do. Now, we've all have in business certain tasks that we really need to do ourselves, especially when we're first starting out and we don't have as many people to delegate. And sometimes what can happen is if you don't enjoy doing it, people can procrastinate and it just really needs to get done. So wouldn't it be good if instead of procrastinating, you just actually wanted to do it? And the process in NLP that we're using is called the Godiva Chocolate Pattern. And it was created by the co-founder of NLP, Richard Bandler. And he created it when he had a client and she really loved eating Godiva chocolates, but she really didn't like doing paperwork. So he was able to take how motivated she was to eat Godiva chocolate and transfer that over to the paperwork so that she could enjoy doing that as much as she enjoyed eating the chocolate. Who knows, that might have helped her eat less chocolate as well because she's doing something else that she loves to do. So that's what we're going to be looking at today, is how we can transfer motivation from something you really love to do over to something that you've been procrastinating on or you don't like to do, so you can actually enjoy the process. Now, I've used this process a number of times for myself, and one of the situations that I had was where I had delegated to a bookkeeper all of my bookkeeping, and that was all the allocations of money coming in to my invoices. But this was complicated by the fact that I had a lot of payment plans. Anyway, what happened was that those bookkeepers weren't any good at all. And I also had someone supervising that as well, and she wasn't supervising it properly. So by the end of the year, I had this situation where I literally had hundreds of allocations that were incorrect. And I'm not someone who particularly likes bookkeeping or that sort of thing in my business, but there was 170 invoices that needed to be looked at, and in each invoice there were sometimes up to 12 allocations that needed to look at individually. So I got a Xero expert to help me, but she said that every single thing had to be unallocated and we had to go through the entire process of reallocating, but a lot of that was based on old paperwork that only I had. So really in the end, I had to do it with her assistance, and it was incredibly time consuming. It probably took over 100 hours. And it was very frustrating because I got very annoyed at the people who got it so wrong and hadn't told me, and that it hadn't been supervised properly either. But in the end, there was no point in spending all my time being frustrated, especially over 100 hours. So I used this pattern to make me feel like, hey, let's just get on with this and let's just enjoy the process and let's enjoy the learning and let's go on an adventure with it, which sounds bizarre when it's bookkeeping, but that's what I needed to do simply to keep myself sane. So let's have a look at how you might be able to apply this pattern to you. So what we're going to cover is how to enjoy doing your tax. Now, obviously, you probably have an accountant and a bookkeeper, but there's still things that you might need to get together in order to give to them if you don't yet have everything set up. So that's something that a lot of people procrastinate on. So wouldn't it be good if you just enjoyed getting that information together and getting on with it? Maybe you would enjoy a tax return, who knows? Or how to enjoy picking up the phone to make a sale. So sometimes people find that that's not so easy, and we all know in business that all businesses are successful because somebody wants to buy what it is you're selling. It's pretty simple in the end. So you need more people to buy what you're selling to be more successful. And sometimes that might mean you picking up the phone and making a sale yourself. Often when you start out in business, you're going to be the best salesperson until your business expands. So in order for you to get the cash flow to employ salespeople who often are more expensive in your business than, say, a bookkeeper or general administration person, you're going to need to do that. And if you don't find that easy, then you need to start learning how to enjoy that, because it's going to be vital in your business. Or what's something else? How to get on with writing your book. So, a lot of people I know, they know that to become the go-to expert, it would be great if they published a book, but they find themselves not getting on with writing a book. So this is another circumstance where you could use the Godiva Chocolate Pattern to help motivate you. And finally, how to do anything that's important that you don't want to do. Can be in your business, but also in your personal life. In fact, this pattern works really well with teenagers who, want to graduate with high marks, but they find that they're not being very motivated in studying for exams or doing an assignment. So any time where somebody's procrastinating, but what they're doing is really important for them to get on with. Now, the first question you want to ask yourself about the task is this one up here. Should you, as the business owner, be doing this task? So before you apply the Godiva Chocolate Pattern, it's very important that you ask yourself these questions. Is it a good use of your time? Can you delegate the task? Is there another way to do the task? So for instance, if you're writing a book, you might find that recording on a recording device and sending that off to your virtual assistant might be a better way for you to do that. Or you might find that you are still doing a lot of the bookkeeping in your business because maybe you come from an accounting background. Maybe it's just really time for you to let go of it. So not wanting to do the task is actually a message to you to hand the task on, that it's not a good use of your time at this stage of your business development. So it's very, very important to look at this. And once you look at that and you see, well, do you know what? I've just got to do it. So with that bookkeeping I told you about before, I did my best to delegate it, but in the end it was such a mess that there was absolutely no way that anyone else would be able to find their way through it. They'd even not put people's names and just their business names, so only I knew that business name connected with that credit card name, because they hadn't often used a business credit card. They'd use their personal credit card to buy stuff. It was not good. So in the end, I was the only one who could do it, with help, of course. So once you've done it through there, then it's kind of like, yes, I need to get on with this task. So that's when we want to look at this strategy. So let's look at it. As I said, the Godiva Chocolate Pattern, those gorgeous chocolates that you might see at the airport, really beautiful, high-end Australian chocolates, really stunning and yummy. So let's have a look at how we use this actual pattern for you to get on with what you want to do but don't enjoy. So first of all, you want to find a picture in your mind of a passion. So something you really are highly motivated to do, and it doesn't need to be anything to do with business. Often it's actually better if it's nothing to do with the business at all. So I've got a picture here of preparing to travel, because I just love planning travel. I just adore it. So, whether it's going to a new place I've never been before, like I've always wanted to go to that lost city in Sudan, I think it is, or, Jordan, or anyway, somewhere like that. So I've got a whole lot of things in my mind of places I want to go. I'd love to go to St. Petersburg in Russia, and so on and so forth. And every year I pick somewhere, and then I plan for it. And honestly, I could just stay up all night planning for it. I was just so motivated. I just want to get it done, and I want to see where we'll be going, and I want to book the plane tickets, and I just feel really, really passionate about it. It's one of my all-time passions. So you want to think about something that you are so motivated to do, something that you just can't wait to do. When you get the idea to do it, you just want to jump in and just do it straight away. So think about something like that. It could be about a food, eating a food like the Godiva chocolate, or it could be anything that you really love to do. It could be going and seeing friends. It could be spending time with a loved one. It could be, going out and socializing, or whatever it is that you really, really feel passionate about doing. So first of all, you find a picture in your mind of that passion. So for me, the moment I get my passport out and put it on the table, I know that's it. I'm going to that place. And I find that very motivational. So
To continue enjoying this presentation, download BRiN, the world's first business advisor in your pocket. To find out more, visit BRiN.ai or search the App Store today.